description.
Alright, hey, this is Hans, and it's time for yet another episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time, the show where I show you, that's right, you, what to do with your instant noodles. Today we got one that came by way of James from Lakeside, California. Thanks a lot, man. This is Dragon Express Ramen and their chili low sodium flavor variety. This is a prison ramen. As you can see, this part is clear, and this dissuades those nefarious characters who might want to stick things in a pack and, you know, bring stuff into the prison environs that doesn't belong. So, yeah. Even the sachet, it's clear. I think this might be Marchand, but I'm not sure. That little line right there, that please tear along this line, doesn't it say please? Yeah, please tear from this line. Don't tear it from a different line. But yeah, I wonder. Oh wait, I did it up. What? Oh, what do you do? Manufactured in USA, okay. This one, on the other side, it's upside down and it says the same thing. So which line are you supposed to tear it from? Both sides? That's ridiculous. Okay, so, and yes, this is when you get to watch it cook. So I know some of you are absolutely grasping at yourselves, happy about the ability to watch water boil noodles in it. So that's great. Happy for you. But yeah. Honestly, I'm sure a lot of people that will have tried this will be like, dude, that's like really, really bad. That's like the worst instant noodles I've ever had. But I'll be honest with you, I've had way worse than this stuff. It's very baseline. I mean, it's noodle. It's your standard. I'd say 99% of people that have ever had instant noodles have had something along the lines as this. You got your noodle block, it's in a pillow pack, and it's got a sachet, and it's very basic. Marchand chicken ramen, top ramen, chicken flavor, stuff like that. It's very baseline, standard, heavy user economy pillow pack stuff. So this is kind of like that, but the thing is, this is a spicy one. I don't know how spicy it's going to be, but it is chili flavor, so we'll see. But it's low sodium too. What I didn't look to see is if it has, there's potassium salt, right? If you add, so salt is sodium chloride, NaCl, and then there's potassium chloride, which I guess would be, what, KCl? Huh. But, if you just use potassium chloride instead of sodium chloride, you're going to get this really bitter taste. So if you do a combo of both, you can lower sodium levels in products and actually make the flavors of the actual product that you're trying to make come out better. For example, I went to, I did some stuff with a company. They made stuff called Salt for Life. And they made they actually flew us out to Nebraska because they wanted to impress on me how this would be great for instant noodles and have me, like, you know, tell people about it that were in the instant noodle industry. Anyways, like, okay. And they had this stuff all set up. So, like, here's chicken strips that are made with our stuff, and then here's chicken strips just made with salt. And it was like, the stuff with their stuff, you could actually taste the chicken way more than the sodium. And sodium brings out flavor a lot of the time, but too much of it It just doesn't work right. And honestly, I highly recommend it. If you want to make your stuff taste better, their stuff was really nice. But it's just flavor that's mined. Yeah, it was good. Good. But a lot of these things, you know, low sodium, that's fine. But when you say low sodium, people will be like, oh, that means low flavor. Well, we'll find out. This looks like one of those kind of noodles. It has a look to it, and I don't know how to explain to it other than almost foamy. I'm guessing that it's going to be kind of almost like, what do you call it? Like if you have chocolate mousse is really fatty. Or if you have, what is that, Jell-O salad that they make with like strawberry Jell-O, and then they have like a whole bunch of like heavy cream in it, and then it's just like your lips get all like oily. You don't know what I'm talking about? Okay. But yeah, this kind of noodle ends up being that way, and the other ones that I've had from them have seemed like that. But we'll see how this one is. Just a funky outer on it. It's very soft. No real. I mean, there's a little bit of tooth to it, but it is not chewy. Wow. Let's try this broth, because the flavor I got off of that noodle wasn't bad. Here's our broth. Very light. It's not bad. You could build on this, but it seems very much like if you were working in a mine, or for like some alien. If you were working for like I don't know, like a futuristic mining consortium or something, and it was lunchtime and you went to the cafeteria, you would get this. So on the one hand, the noodle isn't all that great, and the broth is light, and it does have a little bit of heat to it, and I like it. I like the interaction between the two. And it's also exactly as I would expect it to be. It's not saying it's like super premium or it's an amazing thing or any of that. It's rather humble. It's all right. I mean, there are many better ones, but this is like what I would call like baseline, you know? This I'll probably be giving it like 3.5 stars. I think, wow, out of 5? That's more than 50. But no. 3.5. So look at it this way. When I review stuff, 3.5, 3.5 times 2 are 7. Right? Times 10 is 70. That is a low C grade. Okay. People are like, I can't remember who. Somebody on Reddit said, wow, the Ramen Raiders got lazy. He's got a lot of these ones that are like 3 point this and 4 point this. It's like, yeah, you can have a 4 out of 5 stars, but it's still a low B. You gotta look at it that way. You know. But I'll gussy this up. Why the hell not? You know why? Because it's Monday. But yeah, I came out with my biggest list of the year. The one that ends up on Asian TV and stuff and all that. What am I doing? Cooking up prison ramen. That's what you call dedication to the craft. That's fun. Okay. Why not? There's that. We're going to use some scallion. I'm not going to get it on me. Can't get it on you. There we go. See, it's just like prison, but a nice one. Who doesn't want to be in the nice prison? Whoa, 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 whoa. You can go right there. How about that? Then we got one more thing. Well, maybe two. I'll add a little bit of seeds. And we're gonna add some, just because. Oh, that lid wasn't shut. God damn. Pardon my French. Here we go. Look at that. A little ramen pubic hair for you, folks. Whee! This is called chili thread. Also, itochi togarashi, I think was the term. I can't remember, but it's just like hair. Thick, dark hair for your ramen. So enjoy. Well, thank you for joining me on this magic deal thing with prison ramen that's rotating now. The next one you're gonna see is pretty interesting. I've never made anything like this before. Kinda. This is Sichuan Guangyu with cake food material. Yeah. Cake food material. I figured out how to cook it. You put it all and let it steep, and then you drain it, and there you go. So that's going to be on the next episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time. Should be fascinating. The last two, let's see, we had a horrible Old El Paso beef birria flavor. Then we had something here from prisons, and now we're having something really weird called take food material. So, all right, this has been Hans the Ramen Raider, wishing you enjoyment of your noodles each and every day. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Right? Bye.